The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day after the market close. Tom takes your phone calls from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time using the data available at that time.
Let's go to Glenn in Massachusetts. Hey, Glenn, what's going on?
You know what is good for us is Tom O'Brien providing an unbiased source of information for us investors. You don't have an agenda. It's just to cut through everything and to give us the facts. I want to thank you.
I appreciate it, man.
And now, here's Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 2 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great weekend, safe weekend. Let's make it not only a great week, let's make it a great summer, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Communicate with clarity. Communicate with others as clearly as you can be to avoid misunderstandings, sadness, and drama. If all humans would communicate with impeccability of the word, all our relationships would change. There'd be no wars, no violence, and no misunderstandings. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. You have the Dow up 128, NASDAQ up 38, S&P's up 14, gold contract flat at $1,536 an ounce. Silver up 63 cents at $38.49 an ounce. Platinum up $31 at $1,831 an ounce. Copper flat at $4.19 a pound. Light sweet crude up $2 a barrel, trading out at $102.66. Bonds up 7 ticks at $126.03. Dollar index down 36 ticks, trading out at 76.67. You have the euro up 10 at 143. We got the yen up 60 at 81.54. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? You go up 14 points. Now, check this out, because this is pretty wild. The acceleration at the end of this market was, no doubt, fast. What you also have coming behind this is volume. You did 1.5 billion shares. At about 10 minutes of, we were banging out about 1.1 billion. Bottom line, volume come in here. So you got 1.5 billion. You're at the 1345.20. You can expect this thing is going to try to push into the 1359. I suspect that's the way this is set up at this particular point. That's your S&P. Dow Industrials. We take a look at the Dow. Same setup in the Dow. You're coming into. We did $128. The next swing point up there is at the 12,633 level. We go over to the NASDAQ. You take a look at the NASDAQ. What we did with the NASDAQ, the composite goes up 38 points. You are at 2835. The 2835 is still under the February 18th frame where we went topside from. Now, NASDAQ also, 2.4 billion shares. That 2.4 billion, you're going against the third on the way down, the fourth on the way down, but it's not that bad. It's 2.2, 2.2. So bottom line, NASDAQ also got some juice into it. We'll see how they handle and go after the swing points that they're coming into. Now, if we go over to the SPY and you look at the SPY, here's your correlation with the SPY. The SPY did today 154 million shares. You're going into 227. The last swing point up there, which was the 135.03, had 119. So that's volume coming in. That's the bottom line. It's still going to need more because you can see the correlation, 227 to 154, but that's a start. The diamonds. If we go over to the diamonds and you take a look at the diamonds, what we did with the diamonds, you're up on 5 million. That's a different animal because we came down 11 million. We came down with 25 million. You go over to the 3Qs. What we've done at the 3Qs, the NASDAQ 100. NASDAQ 100 come up with 45 million. That little baby's going into 73. So that's going to need more. But inside the indices, bottom line is that there was some juice in there. Gold contract. Let's go take a look at gold out here. We had a flat market in gold today. GCQ. The gold market out here, spread-wise, we went from 1533 to 1541. You did 100,000 contracts. and gold's going to need a lot more than that to get up and over where that downdraft came in from. And that downdraft, of course, was the 4th and the 5th of May. We came down with some big numbers there. Dollar index. Now, it's all still about the good old dollar. Well, what you have here, of course, is that we had the holiday trading on Friday. Today, good day. You know, you get an update, no two ways about that. Window dressing, I suspect the next two, let's see, we're Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, Wednesday, Thursday, we can still go higher. That's the real bottom line. What I do expect you'll see in the S&P cash, is that we're at the 1345. You get that swing point that's hanging up there at the 1359. The 1346 is the next one. But with a day like today, 1346, particularly how it moved at the end of the day. If we go look at the SPY, what you'll see here, it was actually the last 20 minutes that the market took off, and it had opened that high. The SPY had opened at the 134.77. It got down to the 133.84. Was just finishing up a gap from the gap open, and then it went basically topside again. Bonds. We go take a look at the bond market out here. This is what we had with bonds. We are trading at the 126 level right now. We hit the 126.09. Closed out this little baby out at 126.05. And what is absolutely wild is that you have the correlation that the bond market is going up. The equity market went up. And normally the equity market is going down when the bond market is going topside. But bottom line is that that little baby just didn't fly out that way. Some of the high-volume stocks we had out here, let's take a look at it. You had Exxon up 84 cents. MGM Resorts was down 33. We had J.P. Morgan Chase up 45. We had Ford up 32. We had Pfizer up 52. Let's go to Rick in British Columbia. Hey, Rick, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, how you doing? Did you go to any of those hockey games with the Bruins?
No, I didn't. I was on the road, unfortunately. Yeah, well, but I won't miss them killing Vancouver tomorrow night.
Oh, what are you talking about? Oh man, I'll tell you. My cousin's boy actually plays for the Canucks, and we're a small community up in the north. They got a local TV station getting the pulse of the community and him and so forth. But it's not just our community. The whole province is going crazy here. So,
oh, sure.
Yeah, it's insane. But every place has to have a sport, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. Man. At least one.
Hey, speaking of weather, there's been some big disasters. Did you ever go to Whitehorse in the Yukon when you were in Alaska?
I did not.
Okay. Anyway, it was 22 degrees Celsius, which would be 65 degrees or whatever Fahrenheit, and we were 50, and they are like basically the crow flies about 600 or 700 miles north of us. Like, it's just insane the way the weather's been is what I'm trying to say. But, but anyway, I would just like to talk about silver here, Tom.
Okay. So we get silver trading now to 38.48. Yeah.
Now, if you put it on a weekly.
Okay.
And I think it's going to happen tomorrow, and I think we're going to get a reversal tomorrow. I think we're going to have a little gap up in the morning, and we're going to go a little higher, and then we're going to come. I don't know, like the market will probably follow. But you see, we haven't quite hit that high. I wrote it down there. It's 39.47.
Yeah, the high he's referring to, folks, is after the silver market had crashed down 33%, then had a counter trend bounce from 33 to that 39.47. Yes. Now,
last week, according to my volumes, we went up on lighter volume than the week previous.
That's right, we did.
So it wouldn't surprise me that we go up into even hit 40, 50. If you put on a daily, you can see there's a chance we go to about 40, 50 or so. And then, form a little head and a head and shoulder back down to about 36, I believe it is. Is that the breakout of last week, the low is around 36?
Well,
what I'm saying is we do have volume at the highs on silver. But I think we can pull back to 36. And I think you're looking for an ABC down, though, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm looking for an ABC down for sure. I mean, the SLV, if you bring this over to the SLV, but this can go up higher. I mean, this counter trend bounce hasn't even. This has done nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
It can go up a lot higher. I mean, if you look at the SLV, you came down with 295 million shares, and you're going up on 37 million. And what we're talking about, folks, is the silver market in general. And I just went from the futures, which we were looking at, which is the SINs, and then into the actual equity. This counter trend bounce wise. I mean, I think the 39.47 is game, but you can get deviant and get up to 42 too, and still mean nothing.
Yes, it can. You look on a daily there. The third, I don't know if it's May the 3rd, but we went down on lighter volume. There's a little bit of a lighter volume break there. So yeah, this SLV could go like to, what does it look like, about 39 and a quarter before this is said and done.
Yeah, that's just a normal. I mean, it's. Let's put it this way: the difference, folks. If you want to see just how wild the silver market was, it would be like the Dow Industrials in 5 days going from 12,000 to 8,500. That's what silver did. So you can expect a much larger counter trend bounce. I mean, that's just reality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Tom.
Okay, have a great one. Have a safe one. And that's the type of when that happens, folks. Okay, when you come down that heavy, you can expect a counter trend bounce. If you remember the 2007, 2008 market. You'd have counter trend bounces of 2, 3. I remember one was a 409-point counter trend bounce, and then they just fade. They come down, they fade. I suspect silver hasn't been able to get the bounce going, but it very well can go a lot higher and still be in a dead cat bounce. That's what it comes down to. We're going to take a look at the euro out here. What you had the euro is today. This baby was looks to me like this was. This kind of looks like the silver market. We went from 149 down to 139. You're trading right now at the 143. That 143, the number to hit the exact same number that Rick and I were just talking about was on the euro would be 144.23. It got to the 144.24 today, and it couldn't handle it. So it's going to be interesting to see how this reacts tomorrow morning. Now, the actual equities. You had the FTSE, that was up pretty good. We had the DAX, that was up. Percentage-wise across the market, what you have is that the U.S. markets are up about 1%. You had Europe up anywhere from the FTSE was the weakest one. That was up 0.8%. The rest of them were up 1.5%. Let's go to Mario in Boston. Hey, Mario, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. Good. Checking for good entry point for plug. PLUGG.
PLUGG. Okay, 1 second. Here, we're going to take a quick break, but that's not the symbol. But we'll find out what you're looking for. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Just call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. We come right back.